Hey everybody, this is a viaferrata video. It's one in a sequence of videos that I'm going to be posting over the next couple of weeks. But this is the first one that I done, the first one that I completed. I did the previous day, I did go to another one that was a technical grade 3 of 5 and an exposure grade 3 of 5. And I took one look at it and was like, that's too much for me to start off on. I have done some viaferratas before in Italy, and they were level 3. I did a 1 and a 3, and I felt like pretty comfortable on the 3, but in France, the gradings seem to be a lot harsher. Like a 1 is not as straightforward as like a 1 in Italy. A 1 in Italy is like a hike. You know, a hike that's maybe close to an edge, but there's a path, a good path for you, sturdy path for you to walk on. Maybe a couple of obstacles, but nothing vertical. Whereas the ones in France, even on the exposure ones, you might have like a 15 to 20 meter climb up a ladder that's vertical. So, you know, in my eyes, like, if it's a grade 1, I think to myself, I should be able to take my mum on it. You know, it should be no more than a challenging walk. But in France, they're built for sport. They're sport ferratas, so they are built to challenge you technically and mentally. But this one's a nice, easy one. It is, it's a level 1 technical ability, technical grade, and a level 1 exposure. As you can see there, that's about, 15-20 meters then above the ground. About 15 meters. So, even on the ones, the grade 1s, they can sometimes, if you don't like heights, then, you know, you're probably going to struggle on a 2 and up. But this one's nice and easy, and it's got all the little bits and pieces, the little obstacles that you will come across on all the different ferratas. They have they have 2 wire crossings and a balancing beam, and they got the ladder. They don't have like a bridge, but you don't really need a bridge to practice. It's just the bridges are the easiest. You just walk across them. They can be a bit wobbly. But this was a nice little route to start off on. The ferratas in France are very different to Italy not just in terms of grading, but the ones in Italy, they're like mountain ferratas. So, you know, the views are a little bit nicer, I would say, and there's a lot more hiking up until the actual ferrata in Italy, whereas these ones are like 5 minutes from the car park. This is an actual overhang. This is a gradient 2 that peels off from the 1 for you to practice. And it's a little overhang, but even you can see, like, I was struggling on this. I hadn't done much training up until this point. So even just getting over that small little overhang was difficult for me. And I thought to myself, if this is a level 2, then, you know, anything above 2, I'm probably going to struggle on. So what I done was I stayed on 1s for the majority of the trip, but then then on the last one I went up to technical, I think it was 2, and an exposure 2. I sort of slowly broke myself back into it, and then I'm planning on taking a trip to Italy again in July. But as you can see, like, this little bit here is really cool. You can see the balancing beam on the right that I've just come across, and then there's a little ascending traverse to a wire crossing. This wire crossing that I actually had a little bit of difficulty with getting onto it, which I've just cut out. I cut out because it just took too long. But I couldn't get between the 2 wires, my head between the 2 wires. They were tightly on one side. I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to be crossed, or how I'm doing it here is how it's supposed to be crossed. Like, clip into one, and then you just go slide along holding the other. But yeah, the wire bridges are the toughest, I think, to get across. It requires like good balance. So if you don't have good balance, then you're going to struggle on which I don't. You're going to struggle on the wire crossings. But all in all, it was a really good route to practice on. It's got all the little bits and pieces that you're going to come across on the bigger routes, and it's only a short hike from the car park as well. The other thing I found that this time for me was a little bit scarier and sort of maybe rocked my confidence of getting on something big and challenging was the fact that I was on my own and nobody was on any of the ferratas that I went on. So you start questioning yourself, like, is this safe? Why is nobody on it? Why am I the only person up there? If I'm the only person up there and I fall, there's no one around to help me. So yeah, that I think that zapped a bit of confidence on the first day when I looked at the first ferrata. But then I just went back to square one and just started building myself back up again. But yeah, it was a fun one to start off with. It was fun. Right, thank you for watching, and if you're interested in any of the actual kit that I'm using in the video, I'm going to stick my Amazon affiliation links in the description. You don't pay any extra, I just get a small percentage back from Amazon. And thank you for watching again, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep your eye out for the next video.